El Salvador's president recently tweeted that the country mined its first Bitcoin powered by the energy of a volcano. Can you believe you can do that? Well, that's one way of solving the concerns of people having the energy use in cryptocurrency. Look at the benefits. It's all natural, it's available 24/7, and you can blame the volcano for emission problems. Welcome back to Crypto Unfiltered, the weekly video series where we look at the world of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, blockchain, and all the rest of that with me, Cyrus. And if you've been following cryptocurrency, then you know that things were looking a bit tricky for investors as the values of these crypto tokens dropped following a ban in China. China's crypto crackdown is still having an effect on the market, but over the last few days, we've seen that Bitcoin and other tokens return to positive sentiment, and as El Salvador's experiment shows that there are plenty of other countries that are looking at ways in which to make cryptocurrency work without using up too much of essential resources or energy. पिछले कुछ हफ्ते क्रिप्टो के लिए काफी रोमांचक रहे हैं, खासकर जब मशहूर इन्वेस्टर जैसे इलॉन मस्क ने क्रिप्टो के बारे में कुछ विशेष टिप्पणियां दी हैं। यही नहीं, क्रिप्टो की एक्सेप्टेंस भी वर्ल्ड मार्केट में अब बढ़ती ही जा रही है और हाँ, शायद ये उसके लिए अच्छा होगा। हाँ, ये सब डिटेल शायद आपके लिए थोड़े कंफ्यूजिंग हो रहे होंगे एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई एम हियर टू हेल्प। सो व्हाट डू यू नीड टू नो? लेट्स डाइव इनटू दैट। So first off, let's talk about where Bitcoin is headed. A few weeks ago, experts from banks and investment funds were saying that cryptocurrency could reach the $100,000 mark at the end of the year. And Bitcoin is certainly moving upwards again after a drop of $40,000 following the developments in China. It's already almost up to $50,000, making the down period of June and July look like a one-off incident. As reported by Crypto Potato or Potato, whatever, cryptocurrency analyst Plan B got both the August and September Bitcoin closing price right and is now predicting that Bitcoin will hit the $63,000 mark in October. That would be pretty impressive considering its all-time high was $64,888 in April last year. तो इन सब का आप पर क्या असर पड़ता है? अगर आप मुझसे ये जानना चाहते हैं कि क्रिप्टो में इन्वेस्ट करना सेफ है, तो इसका जवाब मैं आपको नहीं दे सकता, because it is just too volatile and there's always going to be a chance of losing money, especially on these short-term bets. But let's get a real expert in here and talk to them about this and where they see Bitcoin headed after all the ups and the downs. Where do you think Bitcoin is headed after all the ups and downs? Do you think the 63,000 goal is realistic as many are predicting, or is it way too optimistic?
I'm very bullish on Bitcoin and there are three primary reasons for this. Reason number one, the value being settled on the Bitcoin network is constantly increasing, and very recently we hit a daily all-time high of $30 billion. Secondly, the El Salvador experiment seems to be rolling out very well. So as you know, El Salvador is the first country in the world to make Bitcoin legal tender. And now I expect a lot of other smaller economies to follow in this direction. And thirdly, the Lightning Network is also picking up very well. And for these three reasons, I believe that Bitcoin could surpass its earlier all-time high and go beyond $63,000 in the near future.
So with that said, let's move on to catch up with crypto, our regular segment on what's been happening beyond the markets and prices we keep discussing. And the one big thing that has been picking up a lot of steam lately is NFTs. We've talked about them a lot, so I'm not going to recap that in great detail, but for people coming in late, check out our episode 3 and then come back, because there's a lot more that has been explained about NFTs over there. But in super short form, these digital tokens are unique and can be bought or sold and verified, and can contain any digital file from a song or a picture or items, even in a video game. बहुत लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि NFTs are a waste, as copying a digital good is easy and lossless. If I have a picture that I purchased as an NFT and put it on my Twitter profile, you can easily go right click and save it and make it your own profile picture too. You can do this for millions of digital images out there. Of course, I can prove that I'm the only person who owns that digital picture, but does that hold any value? Does anyone care? It's a tricky situation, and I would love to hear your thoughts about this on our Twitter and our Facebook pages, or email me. All the links are in the description below, because while we're talking about these fairly complex questions, TikTok is out there putting an NFT collection on auction, and DC Comics launched its superheroes NFTs. Even Snoop Dogg owns a collection of NFTs worth $17 million. Indian celebrities from film stars to cricketers are also hopping onto this trend. I'm not sure if I'm getting FOMO from hearing all of this or hugely confused. And so what I want to hear is what you have to tell us about this too. अब बारी है मार्केट वॉच की, our segment where we catch up to some news and developments that are taking place in the crypto space. I don't know how much of crypto news would excite you, but it's always good to keep yourself updated with what's affecting the prices of Bitcoin, Ether, and other cryptocurrency. Well, for one thing, you know that China has banned cryptocurrency, and that might have something to do with the electricity consumption that crypto was leading to. Speaking at CodeCon, Bitcoin and Dogecoin backer and Tesla boss Elon Musk talked about the energy crisis in China and how that could have pushed the country to crack down on cryptocurrency, before adding that he doesn't think that the governments can destroy crypto, only slow it down. But as El Salvador is showing, there might be other ways in which cryptocurrencies can be made sustainable, and that's not even taking into account the alternatives to Bitcoin, many of which were developed specifically keeping this concern in mind. We caught up with our expert again to find out what else has been keeping him up in the nights as he tracks the crypto market. Here's what he had to say. El Salvador has shown us a sustainable way of mining crypto, and that's not even taking into account the alternatives to Bitcoin, many of which were developed specifically keeping the power consumption concern in mind. What do you have to say about the future of crypto mining amid power consumption concerns?
Environmental impact of proof of work is very, very high. As we can see, a lot of the miners who were forced to shift out of China went to Kazakhstan, and now the government there says that they're suddenly facing electrical shortages. The same situation is happening in Iran also. So I don't think we have much of an option anymore, and sooner or later the world has to figure out a way of making Bitcoin more energy efficient. So while there are different proof of work algorithms in place, some have a higher energy consumption and some are lower. And I'm sure we will figure out a better way of making Bitcoin more energy efficient while retaining its proof of work nature.
Can you give us an overview of the current crypto market and where you think it's headed in the next couple of weeks?
If you've been following the crypto news regularly for the last several months, you'll notice a very strange similarity. A few months ago, we saw suddenly news about Tether, which is the issuer of the largest stablecoin. A lot of FUD being created around Tether. So fear, uncertainty and doubt. And also news of China banning crypto. And a few months later now, the same news cycle is beginning to play out. So you realize that this is a cyclical pattern, and I think it is signifying a little more dip, and then we are going to see another bull run, which I think will be much bigger than the bull run that we've seen in the recent past. So I'm very bullish, and I expect to see the overall market capitalization of the crypto industry which is currently a little over $2 trillion, to hit about $5 trillion by 31st of December next year.
If you're investing in the crypto market, then this segment is important for you. As much as the turbulent period for crypto is still underway, what's the market looking like? Let's take a look. Right now, if we look at the figures on our crypto tracker, you can see that Bitcoin has risen by 2.38%, while Ethereum has also had a good jump of 3.90% in the last 24 hours. Where Tether has suffered a slight drop by 1.34%, Dogecoin has had a good jump of 4.57%. I know the picture may look a bit chaotic, but that is what crypto is all about. It's volatile. However, if you're tracking the crypto space regularly, then you can see an overall picture emerging and it looks much better. The coming weeks are going to decide the fate of crypto, as the Indian government still has to decide whether to put regulation on it or not. That's it for Crypto Unfiltered this week. If you have any questions, do send them across to us on our Facebook or Twitter pages. This is Cyrus John signing off with a promise that I will be back with more crypto gyan next week. See you soon.